Hello, it is day 2 and part 2 of the Blossom Crossbody bag, patterned by Bagstock Designs. It is zipper gusset and bottom gusset and completion of the bag time. I went ahead and did one side of the zipper gusset off camera, and I'm going to show you side 2. And I've got all my centers marked, either with a little snip of a V or with the mark on the back of the zipper tape. So I'm just going to use some double-sided tape. She does say to baste things on, but as I've said before, but if you haven't seen that before in any other of my videos, double-sided tape can act as the basting stitch. You can, of course, go ahead and do another basting stitch if you want. I prefer not to. I've used this floral zipper tape before, but I've used it with light blue vinyl, and like in the Zuri crossbody bag, and I've used it with light denim. And I liked the way that looked, but I love this darker denim with that. And these were a pair of jeans from my friend, her husband, and he does not care that my center isn't marked on that side. Am I doing this right? Yes, I am. What is going on? Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. I'd say I have another cup of coffee, but I think maybe that could be the problem. I've had too much. Oh, I know why. Because I do the... Oh, never mind. It's all good. It's me. As usual. I've got my mic on today because I noticed in yesterday's video, part 1 of this same pattern, the audio wasn't all that great, and it's because I had the AC unit going. It was just way too hot, and it is going to be too hot here soon. So I will have the AC unit running very shortly, not in this section of the video, but probably once we get to the bottom gusset. I hope I don't rub up on the mic or breathe too loud into it, and if I do, I apologize. The shirt I'm wearing is kind of baggy, so I have it clipped to my bra strap. Not that you need to know that, but now you do. Right sides together, or right side to the wrong side of the zipper tape, or the back side of the zipper tape. And this fabric, like I said in the first video, I'm pretty sure, kind of doesn't really have a right or a wrong side. I'm sure it does, like for the person who made this fabric or whatever, manufactured it. I'm sure they would say, yes, there is a back and a front, but I can't tell. I left the pulls off because I like them out of the way for constructing zipper gussets, and they can be put on a little later on. I just noticed my lining is peeking out a little bit above the zipper tape there. I hope it will fold over and meet up okay so that I can baste all the long edges together. So get some clips on here, lining up my centers. It's a little bit of an issue, but it should be fine. Should be. Oh. It looks like I'm pushing hard with this. I am. Needle's good. Let's go. Just top stitching. And again, my stitch length is set at 4 for both construction and top stitching. I think the machine is happy at 4. I wanted to bump her up to 4.5, and I did a couple of weeks ago, but I just found there's some issues with that. So 4 it is. Now I'm just going to close up this side of the zipper gusset. I guess I really didn't. I just feel, I don't think it'll show, but there we go. That's a little close to the edge, but it's just a basting stitch. It's okay. Should be okay. As long as I caught both panels, then it's all good. And if I didn't, then you just go over again. And I caught it. Yay! It is zipper pull time. I actually remembered. I'm very, very happy about that. It's a double pull zipper panel, and you know, if you want to do one, I'm sure that's fine. Just 2 seems to be, because it's a rounded top, 2 just, in my opinion, seems a little handier, a little more convenient. I was going to go with my round zipper pulls with the round pull there, but I opted for this. And that is not straight. I guess I could have applied these without you watching too. I'm going to have to make notes. I just started a little YouTube booklet. Or not booklet, an actual binder with loose leaf paper and everything, like school. It was fun. I love stationery. There we go. There's that panel all done. Oh, I don't have my D-ring connectors done yet. Oh, it's the next step. Look at that. But I don't have anything cut either, so I will return. Got my D-ring connectors cut. It's just webbing. It goes with the zipper, the floral zipper, quite nicely. It matches with that okay too. Ideally, you probably want your crossbody strap and your connectors to match, but I just didn't feel like using what I've got for the strap for the connectors. And not that it wouldn't work, it would be totally fine, but I'm not even sure that that strap's going to work. And if it doesn't, then this is what I'm going to use as the strap. So it's all good. It's all going to be fine. Keep telling myself that too. Okay. Just going to baste the open edges closed. I'm not sure I like my machine cranked up to 1,000 stitches. I do believe it's affecting me negatively. But I'm not sure. It could have just been a Monday. Okay, and we are going to center them. I need to get rid of this excess zipper tape here. I'm grabbing some scissors that I do not care about anymore. because you don't want to use your good scissors for cutting zipper tape. The teeth do a number on your blades. And we have to remelt the ends. I'm a little concerned about this. I think it was Facebook, scrolling through Facebook last night, and somebody said they were devastated because the zipper on whatever bag they had made was fraying all along here, and comments galore about I never use striped zipper tape, no matter where it's bought from, for curved zippers. I didn't delve into that, but then I started thinking, oh my gosh, well, is it just striped zippers, or is it any print on zipper tape that can create that problem? Because this will be a curved zipper. And I just hope that it's all good. So what we're doing is just finding the center of this and lining it right with the center of the zipper teeth. And I'm just going to eyeball it and clip it in place. Oh, no, we need a bit of overhang. Okay, scratch that for now, please. Just going to... I cleaned my sewing area today and I can't find anything, but I remembered where this was, so that was good. So there's a mark that I need to do here that's mentioned in the pattern. On our connector. And I'm even going to put that away. Oh my goodness. I'm on the ball. Okay, now what am I supposed to do? Oh, I see. I see where I'm supposed to baste in place. I'm supposed to baste it in place here. So let me just figure this out. Oh, I see. I was supposed to stitch it right there. I don't like my thread color for that, but I'll go for it anyway. It ties it all in, maybe, hopefully. Next. Oh, and I suppose I've taken my chalk mark off. Oh well, easy enough to do again. I will burn those loose threads eventually, and now I'm just lining up the mark I placed with the chalk on the side of the zipper gusset. I better make sure this gusset is, yeah, the right length or width. No, that would be length. And now clip it in place. You can also eyeball it by what you think is the center of the D-ring, and then that would be lined up with the middle of the zipper teeth. Now here's the 1/8 inch basting in place. Oh, that's thick. Let's get out our trusty hump jumper. Remove that clip and let's go. Eek! Oh. Still attached. I meant to change my needle this morning, and I forgot. Making a mental note to change out this needle next project. Next, we are going to attach our lower gusset pieces to the zipper gusset, the top gusset pieces. She mentions how wide this needs to be, and if it's wider than that, then to trim it off both sides equally. Mine is a tiny, tiny bit bigger than it should be, but then I grab my lower gusset piece and it's pretty much spot on, so I'm just leaving it, and I'm just lining it up with this part, not that part. That's an overhang that's going to stay in our seam. And when I top stitch that, I think that's when Roxy Roller is coming out. Clip that together. And I'm going to grab, she says to baste it in place. I just don't usually do that. I usually just grab the lining piece as well and do it all in one shot. I'm going to change out my foot. Bring out Roxy because she will be needed soon. Maybe I should, you know what? I'm using her right now. That is getting pretty chunky in there, so she could be very, very handy. There we go. I'll hold the threads over here. It's a tiny bit sticky, but I think it'll be okay. I hope. I'm changing the speed. Back down to 800 makes me feel a little better. Ooh. That actually felt like it was going backwards when it shouldn't have been, but it will now. Ooh. Just going to hand crank until I get the foot completely on the panel here. Okay. I think I'll use my hump jumper for it when it needs to come down. And I think we need the high side. And I'm going to hand crank because I just don't feel comfortable until we are off. Well, that's definitely, I'm going to use the shorter side now. And maybe I will take a stitch with my foot. And that's enough of that bravery. Yes, you can call me a chicken all you want. It won't hurt my feelings. Okay. Let's see what the underside looks like. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, it is loopy. Well, that's not good. I've also heard about loopiness that if you start and stop, which that happened all the way through that stitch, that can be a problem too. But I was very hesitant. And then that roller didn't want to climb over that. I'm just going to leave it. Oh, or do I seam rip? I think, you know what? I actually think I'm going to seam rip, but I will do that off camera. Okay, I have seam ripped, and I was going to sew it off camera, but I think for full disclosure, I think I should do it on camera. I've got everything lined up again, and on the first time around, I sewed it with the exterior side up, and that's where the bulk is closest to the surface. I'm going to try it this way and see if that makes any difference. And I'm not going to blame the roller foot in the slightest. I am blaming me because, well, the roller foot did get stuck. It wasn't me being too scared. It was me reaching a stopping point, like a arch with the foot. So that could be it. I need to look at the, yeah, it doesn't like the hump jumper, that's for sure. Let's see about this. Ooh, maybe that's it. Okay, I know this isn't live, but wish me luck. I don't want to come down without some sort of help for it. Guess I can let go of the loose threads or the beginning threads, right? Yes, dear. Yep, still a little too timid here. Well, let's see what this one looks like. Ugh, it's loopy. Probably loopier than before. Dang it. I'm going to troubleshoot this off camera. I'll be back. Okay, well, I did have issues with the roller foot again. So what I did was I seam ripped just where this is the new side. I seam ripped just where the looping was happening. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. And then sewed over it again. Yes, it's loopy again, but it's on the inside. I think there are enough seams there or enough stitches there to hold everything in place. Plus it's going to be top stitched and that'll help too. I've switched out to the original foot that came with the machine. Original to me anyway. I don't know if it was the 100% official 1967 presser foot that came with this machine, but I'm just going to try that one and just see if it runs smoother. I don't know. This is just all the more reason to get that Dream Juki. Oh, it could be because my needle's sticky. That's another thing. I said a couple of seams ago, my needle's a little bit sticky, but not bad. Well, let's clean it. Like, why do a half job? Just smarten up and do the whole thing. So I've got the AC on now. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't think I did. So we'll see if the audio, if the mic is just picking me up or if it's amplifying the AC unit. Not sure. So let's just get this all nice and clean. Oh, what I should have done was a fresh needle because that would help too. Gotta make notes and just stick it to my wall here of troubleshooting things to do rather than think of it in the last minute. I brought out my key fob pliers, you know, for those key, those key fob things. I squished the layers as flat as I could without damaging the zipper, and that did not help. So here we go, original foot. I'm just gonna let go there. So yes, I did stop, but you know, I mean, you should be allowed to stop in the middle of a seam, you know, like, come on, man. Take that out. It feels not 100% flat. Look at that. Looks pretty good. And I'm just going to go with that. Next is to get everything situated. This Decoville light really makes things thick. Thick, thick, thick. I do like to do it from the inside here. Just getting everything, all the layers put together the way they're meant to, and then we're going to top stitch. So that ought to be a lot of fun. Wish me luck, please. Especially when I can't see what I'm doing. And I'm sorry, you really can't see what I'm doing either. Come on. In case anybody was wondering what that sound was, it was my thumbnail on the denim. Just in case. And I'm going to get this. I'm not going to hold the thread. Yeah, I don't know if that's me stopping or if it's like me lessening the pressure of my actual foot on the actual foot pedal. Ooh. Yeah, it seized up there and doesn't want to go through this. Okay. Don't want to break the machine. Gonna do a bad thing and turn the wheel the wrong way. Yeah, we got a mess there. I don't know. Are you here for that? Are you here to see the troubleshooting because these machines aren't walking foot machines or what? I don't know what to do. You don't need to see me clean this up though, so I'll return in a mo. Okay, I have been through a bit with this machine. I've got the original metal foot on to what I think is the original metal foot. I folded up a piece of paper as my hump jumper. Fresh needle, actually a second fresh needle, because that little blue piece of vinyl, that was a scrap piece. When I rethreaded the machine, I didn't rethread the machine. When I rethreaded the needle, the brand new needle, I want to say this before I sew, like I need to focus. I took a few practice stitches on that scrap piece of vinyl, that blue scrap piece of vinyl, and the needle didn't sound good, so I thought maybe I didn't have it in the machine correctly. So I stopped, and that machine, or that needle, was 100% sticky. And so I touched a couple other needles in the package and they're not sticky. So that was just from the double-sided tape that was in that vinyl from, I don't know, a couple months ago, a month ago, that didn't work out. So note to self, maybe the double-sided tape is absolute devil and I shouldn't be using it. So anyway, here we go. I have not sewn this again. I am very cautious and nervous and a little anxious, so we'll see what happens. I haven't even practiced sewing on a scrap piece of fabric without double-sided tape. Oh, I'm nervous. Feels much better because the needle is so fresh. And let's just see what happens. What is it? I wish I knew if it was me or the machine that stops, because I don't feel like my foot pressure, my actual human foot pressure, changes. I don't feel like I'm doing it. It could be a subconscious thing though. Let's see what the others. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, where's that white towel? Because I'm throwing it in. Kidding. I mean, kind of kidding. Oh, that is frustrating. This is going to be visible on the inside of the bag, so that is 100% unacceptable. I've gone back to the roller foot with the fresh needle. There's no double-sided tape in any of this, except for maybe just a millimeter, well, a few millimeters on either side of the zipper here. I'm just gonna try one more time on camera. And if it doesn't work out, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just have to cross that bridge if I get to it. Stopping there to, this is vinyl with no double-sided tape on it. It's just a scrap piece of marine vinyl, and I'm just gonna let go of the loose threads there. Got a flippin' death grip on it. And bring it around to the front. Not that you can see that. You know, part of me wants to apologize for this, and, you know, yes, I am technically sorry for all this hassle, but if anyone else has a machine similar to this, or exactly the same as this, and they're having the same issues, it might provide comfort to know that they're not alone. Because I know I did not let go of my foot pressure. I must have, though. I think it's going to be loopy. Yep. Ooh. Yep. Loopy loop. Well, that's unacceptable. Any suggestions are more than welcome. I'll be back. Okay, I ended up just top stitching through this top layer. There's no top stitching stitches on the lining. It's the only way I could figure out to do this. I could have installed a couple of rivets, but this fabric will fray. And actually, so will the denim, now that I think about it. So that's just what I'm going to do. This bag, if I decide to sell it, which was the goal, will be sold at a discounted price, kind of as is, final sale, as long as nothing else goes wrong. I want this to be such a smooth running channel, and you know, for everything to go smoothly, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. Sorry, you probably can't even see this. I'm just base stitching the exterior and lining pieces of the lower gusset. You know, but this is the warts of sewing. You know, it's not all perfect. And I cringe to think of what the rest of this bag is going to challenge me with. I'm not really in the right frame of mind to handle it. I mean, yes, I can handle it, of course. I'm just very shocked because this isn't my first bag. And again, I'm going to say it is not the pattern's fault. This is a wonderful pattern. I'm just choosing fabrics that my machine is not happy with. And maybe a bigger needle would make a difference, and maybe sewing faster would make a difference, and maybe not stopping mid-seam to climb over the hill of the connector pieces. But, you know, that's just safeguarding. That's just common sense to do that, like to be a responsible sewist, for lack of a better word. You don't want to just go, you know, all out crazy. Maybe you do want it, I don't know. But anyway, now this gusset is all one piece, and it is time to join it to the front and back panel. And wasn't it me who said that it was gusset time, and that's my favorite time? I'm really rethinking that now. So now we need to find our midpoints on the top and bottom gusset, and then mark these side pieces, because this is where the other midpoints will end up being. I'm not going to cut through all these layers. I'm just going to use my silver marking tool. And that should be good enough. And you want your gusset lining side out. And she does the front panel first. Dropping things here. We need to mark our centers. I've done that on the top and the bottom. Now I need to do it on the sides as well. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a finished bag here at the end of this. I hope there is. This is insanely thick. And so are the other ones, and this is the same machine, and I really don't know what the deal is. So now it is time to, I'm going to tuck this flap into the slip pocket and hope that that's okay for that. Double zipper pulls, it won't matter which way you put it as long as the zippers are on top and the bottom gusset that's just on its own is on the bottom. Whoop. We're going to send it flying off the table, and then we're going to grab it and line up our centers. I'm pretty sure that when I've made this in the past, I used my stapler, and I have it at the ready in case I need it for this bag. I'm pretty sure I will need it, but maybe not. I might surprise myself. This gusset does require snips into it. I guess it wouldn't be overly too late. She says if you're sewing on a domestic machine, you should pick your fabrics accordingly. I'm on an industrial, and she should be handling this, and she's not doing too well. You can omit this interior slip pocket, and I guess it's not too late to remove it, because all the, well, then it's all attached to the exterior and stuff. It kind of is a little too late, but not overly. I mean, it can be done if you need to. And I don't know if I'd invest that kind of time in this bag anymore. Will I make this bag again? Oh yeah. Whoops, sorry, that was really loud. Yep, I will definitely make this bag again. I love this pattern. It is amazing. And a lot of fun. Generally speaking, it is a lot of fun. When you have a machine with an attitude problem. Oh, she's post-menopause. That's what that is. Smarten up there, Fiona. Anyway, I've applied clips to all my centers. I'm going to clip the rest of it. I will be making snips in the gusset. There's just no two ways about it. It's the only way it's going to fit. I will speed this part up for you. Okay, it's sewing on the gusset time. I'm not going to lie, I'm really nervous about this. I'm going to start at the top because the top is thinner than the bottom. Much thinner. Undoing my zippers up at the top here might help, but I'm going to leave some. You know what? I need all the help I can get. I'm going to open them and hope that the zipper pulls don't get caught in any seams here. That would be awful. Anyway, I've come to the conclusion that my issues are with the lining. You know, denim, sure, this denim is thick, but not that thick. Yes, I'm using Decoville Light, but it is out of my seam allowances. And there might be the odd little piece that is in a seam allowance that got sewn over for 1 or 2 stitches maybe, but that's it. And the only thing that is quite questionable is the lining. I mean, a brand new needle, and here it clunk, 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 clunk. That's some thick fabric. I did have to snip in all 4 curves. I was going to use the stapler, but the staples aren't long enough. So, no staples. I'm going to hand crank to get my needle in there firmly before I start messing around with this. There will be plenty of trimming, I'm sure, that will have to be done. To line it all up. I've got this flap here that's really thick and in the way. Like seriously in the way. Okay, just try. I should have put my zipper foot on, or my thin foot on, skinny foot, whatever it's called. It's right there. Is a lot of thickness. I'm going to try and get past it. Never had this problem. There we go. Not too shabby. You know how it's kind of a when it rains it pours situation. You know, things go wrong and you just find so many other things to go wrong. And yeah, you just kind of see a problem that isn't even really there. I'm just going to hand crank. I'm sorry, I haven't watched these parts of the videos to see if my arm is in the way, so I apologize if it is. I'm going to... Luckily, this is a fresh needle, so it's pretty good at piercing the fabric right... Ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah. No, we're stuck. We're hung up here. Okay. And that's why we have not pliers, tweezers here. And I have no idea why that happened. Can't blame Monday, so I don't know what to say. Me, because it's me, that could be it. I did want to use my roller foot for this part. Yeah, that's true. Take out the bobbin. It's a full bobbin. It's not necessarily a fresh one. I had one full one wound up already, and then I wound up 2 more. So I'm not sure if this is an old one, and maybe there was a problem with the bobbin winding, but you know, 99% chance it was the change in thickness of all the layers of fabric and stuff. You know, you just... Oh, what's going on here? I apologize to those of you who just wanted a quick sewing tutorial that just went without a hitch, but I'm not going to sugarcoat the struggles that I'm having here. For the reasons I've already said. If someone else has this machine and they're having issues, you're not alone. And maybe, just maybe, I might come up with the solution. Okay, let's try one more time. This is very... Oh yeah, roller foot. Which I don't even think I'll be able to get it under there, to be honest. Well, I'm always honest. To be extra honest. There's just not enough clearance, but I'll try it. That was the whole point of buying this foot. Okay. I'm hand cranking. Just until I get past this scary part. No, it didn't sound good in there, but it still seems quite mobile. I'm going to go up one more. There we go. Ow. There's a lot of hand cranking on this, on gussets, for me anyway, because I end up stopping with the needle up, and then that can create problems when you go to remove a clip or a pin or whatever you're using. So that's why that's happening. It's not necessarily fear. I am hesitant, but my computer screen went black there, went to sleep. If anyone is wondering what happened there, it kind of scared me a little bit. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of puckers on this one. I hope I'm wrong. I've been wrong before with that. I've been wrong with a lot of things, but we're just talking about the puckers for now. Oh, I'm so glad this isn't alive. But I am regretting, hang on. I am regretting separating this video into 2 parts, because had I kept it in one part and known all these issues that were going to happen, I would not have even bothered. Luckily, there's no top stitching after this part. I mean, for the rest of the bag, there is no top stitching. Just trying to find my zipper pull, hold it with my thumb on the inside here. And here we are at the thickest part. And yep, I am going to hand crank. I can hear you now. Bark, 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 bark. Yep, that'd be me. going on? Oh, yeah, the flap's in my way. I'm in a flap. With the flap. See, you hear that sound? It almost doesn't, it almost sounds like it's not connecting. I don't know how to describe that. Oh, this is a different foot to go past the flap. Eek. Oh, good gravy. Gravy. I'm hungry. I actually almost started sewing there with my eyes closed. Yeah, let's just do this. Eek. I'd probably have better success. No, never sew with your eyes closed. Ever. Danger, danger. Don't do that. Come on, get past this, will ya? Hand crank. Oh my gosh. I might do the other side. I might even do the gusset and, or not the gusset. This is the gusset. Do the binding off camera. I just, I don't know about this anymore. So let's see what the other side looks like. The hand crank areas are probably going to be loopy on the other side. Oh yes, what a mess. Let me just get all my loose threads here. Okay, it's, I guess this is where I hand cranked around a curve. And then that's where I hand cranked over the super thick areas. One side is worse than the other. A lot of that, if not all of it, will be covered by the fold over elastic. So I'm not too concerned. Now let's just, I'm going to take a peek in here and see if we got any puckers. I know I got some frayed denim here, but that's easy. That's an easy part. Yeah, getting past this flap, because the flap is very, very heavily interfaced. Actually, it's not that heavily interfaced. Decoville Heavy is what's recommended, and I used Decoville Light. But I did use heavyweight interfacing, so on top of that. Well, I can really see my stitches there, and I'm not happy with that. Yeah, I have to think about this for a bit. Okay, well, I've basically finished it. I'm not finishing it completely. It's not sellable. She's strong, and my machine didn't like her at all. There is nothing wrong with the pattern. I've said that before. I will say it again. This is a wonderful pattern, and it is a lot of fun, generally speaking, and when not so much goes wrong. I thought the denim and this very, very lightweight, soft, pliable faux leather would have been a good choice. No, it's the lining. I'm sure it's the lining. The credit card slot panel and the exterior back, that became one piece. That was actually easier to sew on. And I hand cranked a lot through it. And I was very surprised that there was minimal looping on the other side. And yes, I used Roxy, the roller foot. I'm not even going to bind that side because I'm not selling it. So there's really no point in 100% completing it. I'll use it as a toiletry bag, a sewing bag, who knows. These parts here, you can see the stitches. I could go over it again and again and again, but those are the thickest parts and they're the parts that scare me, and that machine is just going to flip out on me and and I don't want that to happen. Sorry, I think my face just hit the mic. I'm sorry this didn't turn out better. I wish I had not done, if I had done this in 2 parts, I wish I had filmed part 1 and part 2 without uploading part 1. I did not anticipate this many issues with the lining, with the machine, and all that. She gave me a run for my money, and I'm throwing in the white towel, or in this case, the white and blue bag. I'm done. I'm really done. I will make another Blossom crossbody bag. It will not be this thick materials. I actually might even choose quilt cotton and just interface it appropriately, and maybe even omit the interior slip pocket just to help things along. I've made 5 or 6 of these and they all turned out well. The last one I made was super thick, and it was stressful, but it turned out okay. It sold on the weekend, actually. This one, a lesson has been learned. I could have just not shown any of the previous footage in this part 2, but I want people to see it. If there's any tips or tricks that were just glaringly obvious to you that I did not try, please share them in the comment section. I would love to hear. I'm open to hearing anything that will help me have a better sewing experience with this machine. She's been an issue. I thought the roller foot was the answer to pretty much everything, and it hasn't been. Granted, it's a great addition to the presser feet collection, but it's not the solution. My husband did say that Juki could be coming around the corner quite quickly, and I really hope he's telling the truth with that. We got some major bills coming up, so I'm definitely not going to push it. That's just a little too much. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you watched to this point, I really, really appreciate it. If you can give this video a thumbs up if for anything, the brutal honesty, and if I gave you a chuckle, well, whatever, I don't care. Laugh if you want. Subscribe. Believe me, there will be more of this, but there'll also be really, really good sewing experiences and tutorials in the near future. I'm going to guarantee that. Until next time, take care, everyone, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay. And this thing too. Whatever. Hello.